Hi. If you're a beginner with a Rubik's Cube, this is for you. These videos will be a complete walkthrough and cover any situation you'll encounter in solving a Rubik's Cube. Now, this video is part one. And in part one, we'll be learning how to solve the first two layers. Part two, we'll go over solving the last layer. Solving the second and last layer will require some algorithms. Don't let the word algorithm intimidate you. Someone much smarter than myself put it this way. An algorithm is simply a sequence of actions you perform to solve a problem. And as we progress, you'll begin to notice patterns emerging on the cube. Think of those patterns as problems. For those problems, there's an algorithm to solve it. Solve enough problems, or patterns, then you've solved the cube. Now, even though there are over 70 algorithms associated with solving a Rubik's Cube, over the course of these two videos, you'll only need 9. I'm 55, and like millions of others, I had one of these in the 80s. Never came close to solving it. I got one side if I was lucky. Well, about 6 years ago, as I came across an app that if you had a mixed up cube, you could take a picture of all 6 sides and it would solve it. A 3D representation of your cube would show up on the screen, and if you followed the turns it made, your cube would be solved. That's where I got bitten by the bug. I wanted to be able to do it, so I made it a point to learn. It took practice, but I was finally able to do it. So it only took me, 30 years to solve my first one? Well, with these videos and this website, you can solve it too. And it won't take you near as long as it did me. Now, I'll be doing the moves slowly so you can follow along. Because let's be honest, you don't care how fast I can solve a Rubik's Cube. You only care how you can learn to solve a Rubik's Cube. So there's no sense in me going through the moves lightning fast. That doesn't help you. One more thing. If you're like me, you probably went to your local department store or a convenient drugstore and you bought a Rubik's brand cube. We're going to be using a speed cube for most of this. Now, a Rubik's brand cube in the center white square has the Rubik's logo. This speed cube, it had some small sticker on there, it was Chinese, but it's fallen off. If you notice the inside corners on the Rubik's cube, every cube is square. On the speed cube, if you notice the inside corners, they're rounded. The speed cube is much more forgiving on your turns. Take the Rubik's cube. If we turn it just a bit, and you try and make that turn, it's not going anywhere. You'll probably end up breaking the cube. So you'd have to adjust your move, then you can turn it. There's not a lot of play in this. The speed cube, make that turn. We'll even turn it a little bit more than we did. That's on the Rubik's cube. You just hold the sides and turn, pops right in. So your times will be much faster with a speed cube. That should about do it. Let's go solve a Rubik's Cube. When describing solutions, we're going to be using standard cube notation, and that is F is the front face, B is the back face, R the right face, L the left face, U the up face, and D the down face. In addition to a letter, each move may be accompanied by an apostrophe or the number 2. A letter all by itself means you turn that face 90 degrees clockwise. For example, an R or an L. A letter followed by an apostrophe, and you'll probably hear me refer to that as a prime. So an R prime will be a 90-degree turn counterclockwise. So an L apostrophe or an L prime would be a 90-degree turn counterclockwise on the left face. A letter followed by the number 2 means you turn that face 180 degrees, or 2 90-degree turns. It makes no difference which way you turn it. The first layer is solved in 2 stages. The first stage, you form the cross. The second stage is you insert the 4 corners one at a time. Forming the cross. Your first piece to go on the top layer does not have to go in the correct position. Let's take this red piece here. If we turn it up, the white's on top, but the red is over the blue. But since it's the first piece, you simply turn the top layer so the color lines up. Now this one, we have the orange here. It's on the side. It's all it's going to take is a 90-degree turn, and now it's in the correct position. These are the ones I really like. Your white piece is on the bottom layer and it's facing down. You line up that color, you give it a 180, and it's lined up. Now your blue one here, we can't just turn it up because it's over the orange, but since we know this one is going to end up right there, it needs to go here. If we move this cube over to here, then turn the blue up, we form the cross, but you just simply turn the top layer and all 4 colors are lined up and you form the cross. Now you may come across a situation where the white piece is on the bottom row and it's facing out, say the front, and this is going to be the green. We've got 3 others. We can turn it over to the green, but if we give it a 180, it's not on top. So what you want to do in that situation, whatever color this is green, you turn it to where it's lined up under the correct color, and now you give it a 90-degree turn. This is going to end up here, so we take this open spot, put it in that we give that 1 turn. The white is now face up, and you turn the top layer back. You've inserted the green, and the orange, the blue, and the red have not been disturbed. The first layer corners, we're going to put those in one at a time, and your corner pieces are either going to be on the top layer or the bottom layer. If it's on the bottom layer with the white facing out the side, that's perfect, exactly where you need it. You match up the corner with the center color that matches it. The orange is going to be on the bottom. The side that the white is on, in this case, that's going to be the left. That's the front. We're going to turn the left face 90 degrees clockwise. We're going to turn the down layer 90 degrees clockwise, and we'll turn the left 90 degrees counterclockwise, and we have inserted the orange and the green corner right where it needs to be. Let's find our next one. Here we go. White's on the bottom facing out. We have a red here, so let's match up the red. There it is. Green's on the bottom. So the side that the white is on, it's in this case left face. We're going to turn the left face 90 degrees clockwise, the down face 90 degrees clockwise, the left face 90 degrees counterclockwise, and we've inserted the red and green first layer corner piece. Now, in the situation where the white is on the bottom, you would put that under a corner that's empty, and the way we're holding it, that's the front, that's the left. We're going to give the front a 90 degree counterclockwise turn. That puts the white now on the bottom facing out. But we're going to give it the down layer 90 degree turn clockwise, and then turn the front face 90 degrees clockwise. Now that gets this one here. We're going to match up that color that corresponds. It's in this case, it's the red. Blue on the bottom. We're going to turn the blue, which is the front face. The front face is going to be turned 90 degrees counterclockwise. The down face 90 degrees counterclockwise. The front face 90 degrees clockwise, and we've inserted the red, blue, and white corner where it needs to be. This one we have a white on the top row. We're just going to give the front face a 90 degree turn counterclockwise. Then the bottom, the down face 90 degrees counterclockwise. The front face 90 degree clockwise. Now we're going to line this up with the corresponding color. It's in this case, it's of the blue. Orange is on the bottom. We're going to turn the orange face, which is the front face. The front face is going 90 degrees clockwise, counterclockwise. The down face 90 degrees counterclockwise, and the front face 90 degrees clockwise, and we've just completed the first layer. The middle layer consists of one stage. We're going to insert the 4 middle layer edge pieces one at a time. Now we're only going to need to learn 2 algorithms. It's one algorithm plus its mirror. Now there are many more out there, but let's just learn the essential one first. I'm going to locate the middle edge piece, like this one's already lined up. Whichever edge piece has its color on the bottom facing out, that's the one you're going to line up with its corresponding center color. So this one is blue-red. We're going to put this one here, and that algorithm is down, left, down prime, left prime, down prime, front prime, down, front, and we've inserted it where it needs to be. Here we go. Now we have blue and orange, and since blue is on the bottom facing out, I'm going to line it up with that color. And this is going to be the mirror algorithm. This one is going to be, that's the front, that's the left as I'm holding it. It goes down prime, front prime, down, front, down, left, down prime, left prime, and it's inserted. Okay, now this has already got us set up for the orange green, and for that algorithm it's going to be down prime, front prime, down, front, down, left, down prime, left prime, and that's got it in there. Now every so often you're going to come across this. The middle layer edge is in the correct spot, but it's in backwards. So what you want to do is either one of those algorithms that'll remove it from that spot, and then just do the corresponding algorithm to reinsert it the correct way. So we're going to do down, left, down prime, left prime, down prime, front prime, down, front. Now it's removed, it's somewhere on the back side. Okay, there's the green red. Since the red is on the bottom facing out, we're going to line it up with its corresponding color. And for that algorithm, it will be down, left, down prime, left prime, down prime, front prime, down, front, and you have just now solved the first two layers.